Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Washington Live or Community Profiles or whatever you want to call it. My name is Greta Clemens, and I will be your host today. First, I want to start off by saying thank you to KCTC for sponsoring us. So thank you, Casey. We appreciate you. It's crazy to say, but it is back to school time to send those kiddos back to school. So I am happy to be joined today with Washington Superintendent Willie Stone. Welcome to Washington Live.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we are already talking about back to school, but it's here. So
it is crazy. We had staff come in. All of our staff came in Monday. We had some staff back last Friday, and you know the common theme is the summer went fast. And I keep saying I've never heard anybody say the summer went slow.
Yeah,
so, the summer did go fast, but we're pumped up and ready to get kids back.
Ready
in the
to
building.
Go. Yeah. Did you do anything fun this summer? Any big fun summer?
We did. We got to go down to Phoenix for a little bit, and Nick, my youngest son, plays basketball, so we got to watch him play basketball in Phoenix and then
cool.
in Indianapolis. So
nice.
Had a good summer and just got some time away to relax with my family, and that was great. And that's the same thing I hope everybody else got to do.
Yeah, exactly. Hope everyone got to relax and rest up for the school year. So school starts Friday.
It does.
Crazy. So what can parents and everybody expect Friday?
The big thing is some of the big stuff that we have going on is first of all, make sure you check with your buildings to see where the routes are for parent drop off. So we know, because it'll be congested that first week. It normally takes us about a week to get going.
Okay.
Especially at Stewart, because a lot of those parents are new to the drop off, especially our preschool, which will start a week later, and some of our kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you're checking with your buildings to find out, and you can go on online, and we have all that stuff online that you can look at, or you can just call the school and ask. High school, excuse me. With the building project, the Circle Drive has been closed down at the high school, so our bus drop-off for our students will be actually in the new east parking lot that's just been built.
Oh, okay.
So students will be dropped off there. So we'll have some parking added there, but the west side of that new parking lot, which is a pretty long stretch, is all going to be bus drop-off lane.
Okay.
So middle school is running the same, hasn't changed any. Lincoln and Stewart, they're all running the same. The only big change will be the high school.
The high school. Awesome. So if you are stressed out, I know that can be a little overwhelming dropping kids off, especially maybe kindergartners for their big first day of school. You can hop on the school website, go to the school on there, and then get more information about the route.
Or honestly, just call the school. Sometimes talking to somebody puts people at ease more than looking at a map. So.
Yes, and I know all the secretaries are awesome, so very helpful.
They are. Yes,
cool.
They are.
All right. Well, you mentioned a little bit about the building. Do you want to give an update on the new? New build?
I would love to.
Okay.
We're finishing up our first phase of the building. So the new 2-story part, which will be all our high school from now on, is finished, and our teachers are all ready and getting their rooms around in there for our students to come back. So all of our high school students will now be in the 2-story part, which used to be just the science and math rooms and some social studies rooms. Now that section is expanded out. We have all our guidance. We have our guidance counselor suite there. We have all of our art, all of our English, all the classes. So the old building, if you've been in our building before, it'd be what everybody talks about as the old junior high.
Yep.
That building has been shut out or partitioned off, and we're in there doing renovation now on that. So we do have a new section on the very end of the old junior high building. That'll be a new middle school part. That is very close to completion. And the other part that we have built, excuse me. The other part we have built is the new gym, which will be called the East Gym. And that's opening up today, actually.
Oh, cool. I saw some pictures. That looks really nice.
We're super excited to get that taken care of and get that open. And we're excited to get kids in there.
Is the East Gym where the middle school gym used to be, or is that still there too?
Actually, the middle school gym's still there.
Oh, so another gym.
We will now have 3 gyms on site, which
that'd be nice.
Once we get our middle school there, we actually need 3 gyms on site because we run PE for middle school, and then our high school normally has 2 PE classes.
Gotcha.
Going at one time, or physical education classes going at one time. So we really need that. There are a couple things in the East Gym that are going to be very advantageous to us. One has a center net that'll go down and split split the gym. So if we have to, we can have multiple practices in there and balls won't be flying back and forth.
Yeah.
The other thing is we have two, I would say they're 20 to 30 foot projector screens that are on the wall that we can bring down and project things on the wall and project different things on each wall. So we can do some more educational stuff in there instead of trying to find a room and then coming back to the gym to do stuff. So really excited about that. The gym floor is a little different if you get to see it. We went kind of with a stained outside. The inner floor itself is exactly the same as the varsity gym or our main gym, but we stained a darker color around the outside. So it just kind of make things a little neater.
Yeah.
It's probably something that we'll end up doing to all of our gyms once we get to the sanding part, or we have to sand all the way down. So take time and look at it. We will have an open house once we get school going. I want to make sure we get everybody where they need to be and get everybody situated. And get the building looking the way we want it before we do an open house.
So will that gym be for middle school? Like once middle school's over there, it will
really just depend on what's happening.
Gotcha.
So if we can play a middle school game in the varsity gym and we don't have any varsity games going on,
we'll do that.
We may do that. So it's just going to depend. During the school day, the middle school PE gym will be in what we call is the aux gym.
Yep.
That's where their PE will be. Now we are renovating that gym also, so it'll look a little different. The one thing I can't do is raise the roof on it. That's the problem. It does have kind of a shorter roof.
Yeah.
So volleyball's a little tough in there, but we are getting all that renovating the old locker rooms, changing.
Nice.
In that renovation project that we're working on now, we used to have a bunch of locker pods right as you walked in the door by the guidance counselor office. That's all going out. That'll now be the middle school cafeteria, and the old junior high kitchen is turning back into a serving kitchen.
So it sounds like it's reverting back to when I was there.
It really is. It's reverting back. The one question I get from a lot of people is, hey, well, what about the garden? What about that? We're keeping the garden. We didn't get rid of the garden. So we are keeping that and plan to have that on for as long as we're around. So
that's a fun feature.
So it's just a neat feature that a lot of schools don't have, and we hope our kids really enjoy. Yeah,
that'll be cool. I'm excited to see it. So when is the expected completion date?
Total completion will be June of 2025.
Okay.
So come 25, 26, we'll be rolling there in style with our middle school and high school.
Lucky ducks. Yeah. That'll be cool.
We'll be super excited about that.
Awesome. Well, that sounds really cool. I can't wait to see that. All right, let's transition a little bit. Sports. So fall sports are coming up with the school year.
Sure.
We got a couple of them, and band. I should say not just sports. We should say fall activities. Yeah. What can you tell me about all those?
Hey, the band has been going hard. I know they're
phenomenal.
They had two a days last week, and
oh wow.
They've been working very hard. They have about 70 kids out, so we're really excited about how many kids we have out. And that participation for us is always important. The more kids we get involved, the better things go at school. So we're really excited about that. I know Mr. Hughes has them going in the right direction. Football, we're sitting about 50 kids, and they're geared up and ready to go. Their first scrimmage is Friday night at Muscatine. Volleyball is geared up. We have about 50 kids out for volleyball, which is a ton. That's out for volleyball. Yeah, really big group. We have our first scrimmage with our first official scrimmage, I believe, is tomorrow night. And we'll be using the East Gym and the varsity gym. So it'll be our first use of that. And then cross country, we're sitting at about 25 kids. I think about 14 to 15 girls, and you let 10 to 11 boys. So
nice.
It's got a lot of kids out. The things that we still ask kids is make sure you're involved. I can't get that across enough, that the more kids are involved at school, the better they do at school.
I agree.
And parents, if your kids aren't involved, try to get them involved in something, whether it's, we have so many things at our district that are amazing. I was going to say, where
can they see what they can get involved in?
That's on our website.
On the website, okay.
But Archery is a thing that we have.
It's huge.
Normally have about 100 to 120 kids out for that.
Yeah.
Something that we're starting new this year, and it'll come a little bit later, is esports. We're going to have an esports club that we'll have in the fall and the winter. In the winter and the spring.
What are esports? Like video games?
Gaming.
Okay.
Yep, we're going to do gaming. I can't remember. I know the spring is Mario Kart, but I can't remember the game that they're focused on in the fall. So
very cool.
That'll be coming up. So yeah, there's pretty much anything.
I know. There's something for everybody.
If you like farming and like being involved with the farm, we have an FFA program that we really want to get kids involved with. So, whatever their niche is, we pretty much try to have something for them.
Yeah.
So, again, parents, if you can have that conversation, especially with your freshmen coming in, try to get them involved in something. That would be great. It'd be great for them just to be in something that's bigger than them, just themselves. We talk a lot with kids about the we versus the me, and understanding that the we as a society is bigger than the me. So getting involved in things like that will help.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. We have a great school district for that. Tons of activities.
Yeah.
Fun sports.
Really a lot of
all the things.
Ton of opportunities.
Check it out. Check it out on the website if you can, or like you said earlier, call the schools, see what's open, see how you can get involved, and do it that way. Cool. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this upcoming school year.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Welcome back, Washingtonians. We have been chatting with Willie Stone, Superintendent of the Washington Community School District, and we have been chatting about back to school because it starts tomorrow. So crazy. First day back to school is tomorrow. It's a half day, right?
It is a half day. We do have an early out tomorrow. So we'll get everybody kind of through their schedule and just kind of give them a little run through of what's going on, and then come back to work on Monday.
Yeah, so. ready to learn. So with back to school, what does the calendar schedule look like? What attendance expectations do you have? What does that look like?
The big thing for us is, and we've talked a lot about attendance, especially over this last year. Really getting kids into a routine is super important. So this first week to 2 weeks really will set up how they attend the rest of the school year. COVID's over. Yeah. And so if your kid's if they're feeling okay, but they might have a little tickler, and I call them ticklers in my head. I get little headaches every once in a while. Send them to school. Our nurses, we have certified nurses at every building. They'll look at them. If something's wrong, they'll look at them and get in touch with you. And the reason why it's so important, especially in early education, is the days they're missing in kindergarten and first grade, they're learning how to read. And the more they're there, the more opportunity they have to learn how to read. Yeah. When we get in kindergarten, first, second grade, you're learning how to read, and then you're in third on, you're reading to learn. So if those kids are missing in the kindergarten, first and second grade, it really hurts their education throughout the remainder of their career. So it's super important to get kids there. There is a study that states if a kid is chronically absent, and I'll explain chronically absent real quick before I move on. Chronically absent is if a student misses 18 or more days in the school year, which you think, man, that's a lot of days. But if you break it down by month, it's only 2 days a month.
Yeah.
If a kid misses 2 days a month or more, they're chronically absent. And studies have shown that for chronic absenteeism, if they're chronically absent in first or second grade, they have their 17% chance of them not being able to read on time by third grade.
Oh, wow.
So if you're chronically absent in first and second grade, kindergarten and first grade, there is a 47% chance that the child will not be able to read at grade level in third grade. So it's super important, and it's important that all our kids come to school and all the time, but especially those early years, I can't emphasize how important it is to make sure kids are at school, and being able to learn. And we're really excited this year. We've got a new program, a new reading program called CKLA that we're going to be implementing with our students, and we believe it'll give them a lot more of what they need. So the more they're gone from that, the further behind they'll fall. And if you're falling behind learning how to read, there's not a job out there that you don't have to read something.
Yeah. And, very important skill.
That's a skill and trait we want all of our kids to be able to do very well.
Yeah. So one of your main goals, obviously, having kids there as much as possible. Obviously, 100% isn't probably realistic, but it's not. As close as possible.
Yep. Try to get kids in. Like I say, if they wake up with a tickler in their throat or a tickler has a little headache, have them go to school.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times, just like most adults, most of us wake up with a cough or a runny nose, and then halfway through the day we're good to go.
Yeah.
So
getting up and moving helps.
Yeah, that's the thing. And just again, try to set routines. If you haven't already, we should be trying to get kids bed on time. We've got this year. I'm helping out with football a little bit, and we got some of the boys who like to stay up and game all night. And we're starting to have that conversation like, hey,
go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed. Your body needs it. You're still growing. And in order for your body to grow properly and your mind to grow properly, you need rest.
Yeah.
So make sure we're getting to bed on time, and make sure we're getting up and getting going and getting the right things in our body too. So if we can get a healthy breakfast, if you can't, send them to school. School will get them a healthy breakfast.
I was just going to ask that if school provides breakfast.
Yes, they do.
Awesome. Any other main goals or things you're looking forward to this year?
I really think those are the big things.
Yeah.
Tonight we do have high school open house, or meet the teacher night. So if you want to come in tonight, and I don't have the time with me on that. I believe it's from either 4:30 to 6:30 or 5 to 7, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Again, call the school if you need, or just come in at 5. I know we'll be rolling by then.
They'll be ready.
come in just a little later. So that's the big thing. And otherwise, Friday morning we'll see everybody around 7:45, 8 o'clock.
Awesome. Any other tips, suggestions, things you want to get out to parents and the community about the school year?
Just if you have questions, ask. Call the school. Call the central office. Just reach out. We're going to try to do a better job this year of reaching out to our community and to our parents. That's something the board last year for the last year and a half has been working on a strategic plan. In that strategic plan, we're focused on student success, staff development, or workforce development, fiscal management, and fiscal and grounds management. And then the last one is community engagement. So those are the 4 areas that we're really going to focus on. And with that, we're going to try to be reaching out to our community and to our parents a lot more this year.
Awesome. Do you guys have a social media like Facebook or anything you keep updated?
We do. We keep our Facebook pages up. There's a district Facebook page, and then each building has their own Facebook page, and there's an athletic Facebook page too. Yeah. So most of the teams also have their own Facebook
Lots
pages.
Lots of Facebook pages.
There are. There's some Instagram stuff, but not as much as what there is Facebook.
Yeah. So you can check out Facebook probably for just about anything as well. That's where I get a lot of my news. So cool. Well, awesome. Well, I just have a couple fun questions for you to end out the show.
Sure.
If you could go back to any grade, what grade would you go back to?
That's a good question.
I know. I was sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. Like maybe 7th grade, but I'm like maybe 3rd grade.
If I could go back to any grade, I would say probably my senior year.
That's a good.
That was just a great time.
Yeah,
going through high school
that.
and just enjoying everything that we got to do.
Yeah.
So just really enjoyed it. I was involved in pretty much every sport, and it was just a great time to be. At that time, I was a Panther. So I grew up a Pekin Panthers. So
I don't know if I should say go Panthers on Washington Live.
That's why I said at that time I was
at
a Panther.
That time.
Now I am nothing but Demons.
Go Demons.
Go Demons.
Would you rather give a pop quiz or a surprise presentation? Or would you rather get a pop quiz or give a surprise presentation?
It depends if I have knowledge of what the presentation is about.
Right.
If I have knowledge, then that's fine. Otherwise, give me the pop quiz.
Pop quiz. What was your favorite school lunch?
We had, it was really between two. They always had chili and homemade
cinnamon rolls. That was a good one.
That's a staple of every district I've ever been.
Did you guys have that? No, you didn't have chili and cinnamon rolls?
So, that was a big one.
Crazy.
And then we had beef and noodles, homemade beef and noodles at school, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I liked the little square pizzas. I don't know if you guys still do those. Those are my favorite. I forgot about the chili and cinnamon rolls.
Now I will say that the favorite for a lot of kids now is the Crispito, which I don't know if you've ever had.
I've had a Crispito, but
they're not top on my list. But the kids love them. Like, can we have more Crispitos?
Yeah, maybe. Awesome. Well, that is all we have for you. Unless you have anything else you want to add in.
No, just LGD.
LGD, as Steve Ross says. All right. Well, let's have a great school year and hope everyone had a great summer. And we will see you guys next week.